how did you hear about CrossFit, and why did you seek out CrossFit?
A friend of mine was doing CrossFit, and I think I've been coming here for maybe 6 months, and she was always trying to get me to come, and I think I was always kind of intimidated by it, and just hearing that it wasn't as intimidating as I thought it was going to be, just hearing kind of what it involved kind of got me excited to try it.
And had you seen it in the media or anything, like on TV or anything, or you just heard word of mouth?
I mean, I've seen the CrossFit Games, and I've seen, I'm trying to think where else I've seen it. I guess just seeing the CrossFit Games on TV.
Yeah.
Having other people talk about trying it.
And so did you think that it was going to be like the CrossFit Games when you showed up to the gym?
Totally.
Okay.
I told my mom I was doing CrossFit, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so dangerous."
Yeah.
And it's just based on what she's seen on TV. And
Yeah.
reassure her that that's not what I'm doing.
What kind of conversations do you have with your friends and family about CrossFit? Like,
I think it's interesting that a lot of people have this misconception that it's like really dangerous or really intense, and that it's really extreme, like all of it's so extreme. And I think it's interesting because I ran marathons and kind of did endurance running for way too long, and had way more injuries and way more problems in my body doing that than I do with CrossFit. I mean, I've never felt actually more balanced and kind of more functional than I've ever felt in my life after doing CrossFit. So I feel like I'm justifying it to people that have never done it. I'm trying to explain to them that, you know, it's not dangerous, it's very safe, it's a very controlled environment, and you're not lifting, 200 pounds over your head the first day. It's a very kind of progressive thing.
have you had, I know you had a thing going on like with your elbow?
I actually broke my arm right before, 2 months before I was going to start CrossFit.
So how has CrossFit affected that, or how has it affected CrossFit?
It's actually been really great. I was kind of nervous because I was in really good shape right before CrossFit, and then I broke my arm, and then I was nervous about even starting because I felt not as strong. I felt kind of weak before I started. I was nervous about re-injuring it, but it's actually helped tremendously. I had very little range of motion in that arm, and I felt like the orthopedic doctor I went to wasn't very helpful, and even physical therapy wasn't helpful. I feel like coming to CrossFit, I've learned different ways to kind of mobilize and stretch it. I'm stretching in a totally different way than I used to before, and using my body in a totally different way. So I think it was actually really helpful.
But compared to when you started, how do you think joining this gym has changed you physically, mentally, or emotionally?
I mean, it's funny. I've tried to explain to people why I like CrossFit so much, and I think because, as an adult, a lot of times it's hard to find hobbies or kind of different ways to progress as a person. And I think for me, you can get really stagnant and kind of passive in life if you're not actively working at, and it doesn't have to be something serious. It can be like trying a new recipe once a week or trying, a new activity once a week. In CrossFit, it's, every day I'm trying something new, and it's just really fun and exciting to progress at something. And I really like that part of it. I like that, I feel way more social. It's kind of like a clubhouse. I mean, it feels like like if I was a kid and went to a clubhouse and played with friends. There's big weights, and there's a rope you learn to climb, and learning to jump rope again.
Yeah.
And I just like that part of it, that it feels like I'm introducing kind of play back into my life. Because I think, I don't know, if you can get stuck in the grind of your life and being serious and adult and can stop playing.
Sure. Just based on what we hear buzz around town is that people think we're really competitive, and maybe that sways some people from trying it out. So what's your take on that from the inside of the gym?
I was worried it was going to be really cliquey. There was going to be like this group of girls that was really good at it, and then it was just going to be like me and the one other girl that wasn't good at it, and people were going to be mean about it. But it's not like that. People are really encouraging and really helpful. It takes a few weeks to get a handle of what everything is. I mean, even what all the movements are, where everything is, what you're doing, and everyone was so helpful. And I feel like it's competitive in the right way. Like they're pushing me to try things that I don't want to try.
Is there anything you've discovered in CrossFit like that you weren't doing? Like everybody's kind of exposed to push-ups and squats a little bit in a typical gym environment or typical fitness environment. Is there anything you came in here and it was just like brand new to you, and you've really grown attached to it?
Yeah, I mean, I've never really lifted heavy weights before, and it is fun to lift really heavy weights. I mean, there's something really kind of cool just about lifting a really heavy barbell.
Yeah.
Deadlifting, your body weight, which just seems think so out of the realm of what you can do, and it's all very manageable. And I think it feels good and it's fun, and this is the most I've liked my body and just enjoyed being in my body.
Great. Okay, that's it. Thank you.